Okay, it's my big day. I'm finally gonna commit to losing my head on the chopping block. I've been putting it off for way too long. Oh, actually, this is kinda scary. I just remembered I have a hide tanning party on Thursday. Can we reschedule? Holy crap, is that a dragon? Nope. I'm out of here. Skyrim is the first game that comes to mind when I think about commitment issues. And I can't be alone in that. You're telling me you stayed on the main path, completed the story, and didn't once veer off to murder some bandits, rob a peasant, or spend hours wandering through the misty, haunted forests? Absolutely not. Skyrim is overflowing with distractions, and interesting ones at that. It gives you the sense that if you don't immediately chase after every random quest or point of interest, these opportunities will vanish like a butterfly you failed to catch. At first glance, that might sound like a flaw. A game that practically demands you to change your focus every 5 minutes? That sounds overwhelming. But in reality, I think it's one of the game's greatest strengths. It gives you an almost dreamlike sense of freedom. If you've ever tried describing a play session of Skyrim to a friend, it probably went something like this. So I was on my way to meet the Jarl. He summoned me, but then I saw a deer and I shot at it and it ran, so I chased it. Then I found a cave and went inside and got attacked by bandits. I killed them with my bow, looted their corpses. Oh, and then I triggered some booby traps, found a magic sword, and then somehow I could just yell at people and they would fly off cliff tops. It sounds like a dream, because it kind of is. None of it really connects, and yet the experience is amazing. That's the power of Skyrim. There's no pressure. Sure, some village is on fire, a dragon's attacking, people are dying, but I'm way too busy leveling my smithing or picking flowers to make potions. I'll get to it when I get to it. What am I, a firefighter? The buildings will be burning either way. And that brings me to another huge part of Skyrim's appeal. There's just so much stuff. Every table, shelf, barrel is loaded with it. And when you first start playing, you don't know what's worth taking. You find yourself studying every single item and asking, do I need another human skull? Of course! Some people, like my girlfriend for example, just want to take literally everything until her character's pockets are so weighed down their pants are around their ankles. There's something so satisfying about breaking into someone's house at night and robbing them blind until the only thing left is the immovable furniture. And just to make that whole experience even more ridiculous, Skyrim lets you physically move objects in the world. It's clumsy, but the fact that I can put a basket over the shopkeeper's head or hoard skulls in my forest cabin, it's incredible. It makes item collecting feel fun and unique, unlike in most games where it's just inventory Tetris. And yeah, there are consequences, like encumberment, but who cares? Drop a pile of junk on the ground and move on. Skyrim has way too many more important things going on. No one's gonna care if you use it as your own personal dumpster. Which leads to maybe my favorite part about Skyrim, the freedom from consequences. You can do literally anything. Read books, learn magic, explore, murder an entire town, and then if you don't like the outcome, load your save and poof, all is well again. You can literally break into someone's house and watch them sleep all night, unwavering and unblinking, and they'll just wake up and say something like, "What are you doing here?" You're not just playing a character. You're like this omnipotent ghost everyone knows and just tolerates. This is your world, and these NPCs just live in it. That illusion of absolute power is incredibly fun. It makes the idea of just doing the main quest feel limiting, almost silly. That would mean actually committing to something, and honestly, real-life commitments are hard enough. Why would we need it in video games? It's not like the old days where you could just tell someone, yeah, I'll meet you Saturday for coffee. And if you don't show up, oh well, they just assume you forgot and move on with their day. Nowadays, they can call you, text you, check your location, scroll through your socials, and know exactly what you're doing instead. There's no escape anymore. So when I'm playing a game, sometimes I don't want pressure or obligations. I want to do whatever I feel like, even if that means being a little scatterbrained. It's part of the magic. And that brings me to what I think is the most important thing about Skyrim. It's all about your adventure, not the one the game wrote for you. Your messy, chaotic, ridiculous adventure is always going to be more interesting than anything the main quest has to offer. It's like playing with Legos. Sure, you can follow the instruction booklet, build the spaceship, put it on the shelf, watch it collect dust, or you can dump the whole box out and build whatever you want. Some people like structure, and Skyrim gives you that. But for me, the fun is in the sandbox, in the freedom. It turns the whole game into a playground, and the best part is seeing what kind of wild nonsense unfolds. So what do you think? Is Skyrim's overwhelming amount of choice a strength or a flaw? Sure, not everything you do in the game is super fun and polished, but the variety is what gives it its personality. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this kind of content, check out my deep dive into the scope of Arkham Asylum. The link should be on the screen now. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to GooseQuest. See you next time.